Hello and welcome back to Digimon World. I think we're on part 7. I, as always, am Jimmy. And in today's episode, we're going to be doing we're trying to take advantage of some RNG. Did a little bit of research into this, and it would seem that the date and possibly even the stat requirements for what I'm about to attempt aren't a factor, so We're gonna attempt to get an ultimate by dying. For those unaware, sound like I'm pronouncing a French town name. Kokotorimon has a small chance, from what I've read, it's about 10% chance to digivolve into Phoenixmon, or rather Ho-Omon, if you were to die in battle. So we're gonna actually see if we can do that. Like I said, I have done a little bit of research, and certainly the date required, its age isn't a factor, but when I've seen people doing this on the rare chances that they've had, like, I'm not sure if the stat parameters were good or not, and it doesn't look like we got it that time. So I'm gonna have to go and reach up. Oh, I might just stand up and do this, because I imagine it could take a while. That's even if, like I said, if the stat product does not factor in, because I definitely don't meet the stat products for Phoenixmon. I should probably pull them up just for the sake of having them to hand. Control F. Oh, he's a jolly good fellow. Okay, that guy doesn't have it. That's fucking useful. I did have a moment before where I actually did some item shift arounds just so I can have a chance of maybe getting an exploit with the item shop in the Gear Savannah. As you can see, the moveset's now changed as well, so I'm gonna have to go and do this again, because I have poorly thought this out. I've just actually got back from a walk, so I'm quite warm. Let's see. Go into the item keeper. Do I have any business? Yes, you goddamn right I do. No, I don't need that. Nah. Or that. Or that. Or that. Or that. Or that. And instead, what we'll take is an HP chip and an offense chip. And then we'll save again in the House of Digimon, and we will talk to Digimon and trigger the Greymon event once again. But first I'll put it on a slow attack like I did previously. And just do Tremor again, then save. Use one night. Okay, let's RNG this bitch. It was at least nice to confirm that it's talking to Digimon here that triggers the cutscene, as opposed to just being inside. Means you can leave. Although I'm not too confident whether or not to save again here, because I don't know if that would maybe, if I decided against farming here for the Digivolution, whether or not I'll be able to escape or not. So I'd rather avoid the soft lock wherever possible. Always do your best to avoid locks. Do 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 do. Jesus, both of them look tired. In fact, it's Tremor doing that little is quite disappointing. Bloody hell. So wait, I speed up this. I forgot I've got Digimushrooms down there. Silly me. Dun dun dun. Poor Rodney. This is probably going to be a whole episode of just me eating shit and dying. Oh? No way. Oh my goodness. Well, that was quick. So, yeah. We're gonna get our first ultimate level Digimon. This is not how I saw this playthrough going, but here we are. This is Ho-Omon, or as it's going to be translated here, Phoenixmon. Rodney is Digivolved. And he's sleepy, bless him. And look at those stat boosts. Oof. First of all, we're gonna... I was gonna say, please let me have Aircutter. We'll probably spend some time doing some little bit of leveling just to make sure he's up to scratch. I'll definitely sleep and save now. Oof. I can't believe I've actually managed to pull that off. That's amazing. Oh, I'm so happy I've confirmed that works. So, yeah. And only at age 7 as well. Normally you have to wait till like age 11? Maybe, I want to say. It's around that time. It's like 240 hours. I swear I had some information about this somewhere. That's not the right page. Whatever. Let's go and do a little bit of training. We'll also speak to the item shop. Actually, just check my items, see if anything did get looted. No. Boy. Maybe Greymon doesn't loot your shit. I don't know. But that would be a decent place to farm that, or like go for a repeat. Nope, no, what am I doing? And then put that back, put that back. Go down a bit. Sirloin. Or nope, wait, nope. Well, I clicked something, I don't know whether it was good or not. Blue, 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 blue. That's the first time pulling that off. Wait. Tamer level didn't go up though. Normally when you digivolve to an ultimate, you'll get a tamer level increase from what I can recall. But I guess if you skirt the conditions like I just did, then it doesn't count. You're also, if you do certain Digivolution correctly. For example, we didn't get a tamer level for... Excuse me, I need to get the porta potties back as well, don't I? Oh dear. If you do the Digivolution correctly for something like Greymon on your first try, you'll get a tamer level up for that for meeting like the rigorous requirements, so it were. And now Digimon listens to commands. So I think that means, I think it's 400 that we can actually start telling it what techniques to use and it'll do it. So I'll put Red Inferno there. And let's see what to do next. Next up, we'll be doing a little bit of exploring after I make sure my items are properly in order. Yeah, so there was no stream the other day on account of it being Community Day on Pokemon Go. Managed to get me some shiny dinos. Put that across. Didn't get a 100 or anything, or a decent what may I call it? A decent IV one. I had a couple 97% stored up, so they got evolved. Almost got crapped on by a seagull or a pigeon, like literally centimeters away. That was scary, I suppose. That's one word to describe it. Yeah, I would have probably made a bit more of a fuss, but there was some sort of event on and I didn't want to make it too bad. Now, I thought because I've been to Misty Trees, I would have been able to fly there, but I think I didn't go to the right screen, so it's not there. What I wanted to do is not available, so I think the best decision to do would be to go to the Gear Savannah. And maybe we'll see some new recruits on the way. Boop. Let's see. Well, I just want to go up. Can you say Digimon? Doom 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 boom. Bloody hell, this is a tight screen. Oh, hello there. This is Elecmon. Touch me and you'll get shocked. You ain't kidding. So yeah, if you take basically a shitload of damage, you can recruit Elecmon. I was under the impression it was like a third every time, but I guess that might not be the case. We need to reorganize this. And also, given that I've become an ultimate and gained so much stats, then it might mean that, what am I trying to say? I'm going to have to upgrade my items because SM recoveries aren't going to do it, especially if you're fighting enemies which do a ton of damage. It's like kind of a weird way of thinking, like because you've got a stronger Digimon, you're going to be fighting stronger Digimon. So even though you're stronger, you're still going to be taking more damage. Does that make sense? It makes sense in my head, I'm just not very good at explaining it. I don't know if I've actually done this before, but if we talk here, there's an iron door. This iron door is hard. If it doesn't open, we can't get in. Aight. Moving to the Gear Savannah on the next screen. Did I not get Patamon? I could have sworn I come back and got Patamon. Or was this on my other save? Well, this is embarrassing. Okay, this is also embarrassing in the sense that I've got the commands mixed up here, so it looks like Rodney won't be listening and doing the exact commands that I wanted as it stands. So I'll probably have to take off Inferno after this. So yeah, this is a Patamon. This is a good way to get a couple moves depending on which Digimon you have, such as Air Cutter, because after you fight Patamon, excuse me, he's going to want to fight again. So you've basically got spoilers, he's going to want to fight after this as well. You've got 3 shots or so to learn Air Cutter or Air Shot in a row. And that's a is that triple shot, I think, or triple spin or something like that. It's a fairly good move, as it can hit multiple enemies and it does a ton of damage, but it is rather slow to start up. So it would be nice to learn that, as I believe Hoomon can learn that. This is basically bullying, given the level that we're at. Didn't learn it that time. We've got one more chance now. It can be a bit annoying to do this fight if you're a lower level though, on account of you need to beat him 3 times in a row to get the recruit. So if you're not stocked up on items, or if you're still at the rookie stage maybe, you could have a bit of difficulties. But because we have Hoomon here, it's a piece of piss really. I like how he does that celebratory maneuver, it's so cool. And again, just pointing out that they put all that effort into this game 20 years ago, and Pokemon still can't do it 20 years later. So, yep, that's Patamon recruited. And he joins the city as an item seller, so the shop's got a bit better there. And I don't think I mentioned it previously, but Elecmon joins and changes the layout of the city, so now we're going to have lights there, and that'll be interesting to look at. And the next time we are... Ooh, this guy's fairly going for me. Next time we're there, especially at night, makes it rather nice and pretty. So we're going to go up here to the Gecko Swamp. And before we head into Misty Trees, as I was saying earlier, what we're first going to do is go and pay a small visit to Shogun Geckomon. And we're going to redeem some cards for some points. Oh, bugger. Shaka shaka. Shaka ka. And I forgot to change the moves again. Bugger. Bugger, bugger, bugger. And that's why I wanted to change said moves, on account of Red Inferno being a bit too slow and costly as well. I I should probably make use of my actual commands because I can get in a position where I can block an attack and then maybe counter attack. Okay, here we go. This is why it's good to have the brains. I managed to do 2 different types of block there. That's not a guarantee, as you've just seen. It just... I don't know if it increases your chance or anything, but it just makes sure you don't attack. Oh, Christ. Some more some recoveries. Again with a condition? That ain't cool. That ain't cool at all. I don't even... I'm just trying to think he's not used the triple shot move. So I'm not even going to get the satisfaction of learning a new move after this. I swear if this does it again. Overkill! Only needed 6 damage. But fuck that guy. Shakaka! Yeah, so the only thing that managed to do was completely waste my time. Move up before anything. Change out Red Inferno. It's not like I'm going to battle anyone up here, but it just means I do it now, otherwise I'll forget to do it later. I love that doormat. It's so cool. No, nothing. No. Show a Digimon card. I will show you a Shogun Gekomon. And give it. And I'll also show you a Phoenixmon. Use merit points. I need 300. Okay, let's show another Digimon card. I think I need to save one of them for... sod it, we'll show a Metal Greymon. That's only 30. What? Fine, I'll show you Mega Seedramon. Use merit points and Amazing Rod, please. See ya. And then because you've got a new key item, I'll remove the Amazing Rod for fishing from your items. It's a special item. So if we go into player, you can see we've got 2 rods now, and it's not in our normal item. You can only fish at Dragon Eye Lake. Now, I thought there was a guy here that was interested in getting Shogun Gekomon as a card, but I must have been mistaken. Okay, so that's one thing that ticked off the list. Not going to be fishing for... well, we might do some fishing this episode, but it's not what we're going to do next. No, 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 no. Cheeky motherfucker. Now, it's a bit late for doing what I originally came here to do, but we might as well do a little bit of traversing. Now. Dun dun dun. Dun 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 dun. This is another area where the music is fairly spot on. I mean, it's not something you want to be listening to all the time, and like certain moods maybe. Nice and calm. Don't you give me sass, boy. Don't be a plug and curl, you right, Rodney. Blip 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 blip. I'm flubbing. I'm flubbing. Nom nom. Okay. Sounded like baby Ric Flair's outside my window. I just hit a whoa. Now you're hungry. Okay. Give your sirloin. Now, given that they're ultimate, they can often take quite a bit of feeding, but he was quite content with the sirloin there. Let's see any items at the moment. No, just hit him with a rope-a-dope. I think this is the screen that we want. Believe we're onto something here. This is Cherrymon. What do you want with an old man like me? Just go straight down to it. So Cherrymon will give you a little bit of information about what happened to the island. Everyone forgot how to talk, basically, or they forgot the language. And then they began to lose their memory. It's getting worse by the day. Even Cherrymon's memory seems to be affected slightly. And that gathering Digimon to Val City is the only way that we can prevent a potential disaster. Now the fog, it's still slightly there, but it's a lot less prevalent, so that's good if you have trouble navigating that. And he kind of gives you a clue that there's maybe more people to recruit within the forest. And what I'm going to do here, I think this works. I'll give him my Rodney here a boosting item. We'll talk to Cherrymon. And you can ask him to train Rodney. Teachings of the Forest. And I don't know if it's worth it or not, but he gives you a small MP boost and a potentially larger boost to your brains. He is a wise old man. I'm going to do this a couple times. No. Oh, bugger. Ah. Why couldn't they put the training thing at the top? Please train Rodney. Just make sure you go down on that bit. And then we'll train one more time, see if Rodney decides he might want to learn something. Please train Rodney. No learning. I'm trying to think if there's a... I'm not going to risk it. I don't want to... Nope. Porta potty. Don't want to care mistakes. Nom nom nom. Yeah, if you hear any loud noises, it's probably because there's people moving out, I believe. Although I don't know if the noise will travel that well. It looks like there was something under the cherry one there, but I don't know if it was just like, you see that little red thing? And Hoemon seems to get stuck in there. If you go up to the north, you're gonna find Toy Town. And it looks like it should be fun, but the music is menacing as fuck. I'm gonna go into the costume house. Not a whole lot going on in here, but there is a Monzaimon here. This costume seems different from others. It has an overpowering presence. There's a zipper on the back. Rodney, do you want to get in? I don't think Rodney can fit in there, unfortunately. No, you can't, Rodney. Only if you're limber and slippery you can go in. Euphemisms aside, that is hinting at the potential to perhaps use that Monzaimon costume depending on what Digimon you have. Something that's limber and slippery. I wonder what can possibly... Oh, Jesus Christ. Yeah, so there's nothing that we can do here in Toy Town at the moment. But there's a reason why I was training there, to pass the time. And I just need to now remember what screen I need to go to. Excuse me. I blame the Gregs. Skymon. This is not the screen I want. And oh, this is Friesland. Do I want to battle here? Phoenixmon, as you can see, being a fire type, does not like the cold. We'll talk to Gorillamon. If you want to go through, you must accept my challenge. Except you can go through if you just don't talk to him. Yeah, 758 damage is no joke. So this is quite a tough battle. For anyone who's just still a champion. He also has access to Warcry by the looks of it. And he got the paralysis off that, and Volley. I only did 501 though, so... I'm gonna use a... I don't have much of a choice actually now. Hopefully I can defend. Let's start playing this a little smarter maybe. Okay, that hit, which is a bit unfortunate, but... it's still good to do it. Ah, the paralysis. This is gonna bugger up my plan as well, because I'm not gonna have healing items for the next encounter I wanted to do. So I'm gonna have to go fly. Take a defensive stance. Oh, bugger me. It's not like you can block that. It's not like he can block this either though! Take that. Oof. such a cool move as well. Okay, this needs to stop. Especially given that I don't have any items left for healing. Okay, Rodney, I'm gonna need you to... I'm gonna need you to pull out the big guns here. All out attack. Defense! Oh, fuck my life! That was... Ah, shit the bed. Well, we're going to be losing a couple items here. I'm also going to be losing in life. I do not want to be in a position where it's not like I can digivolve again into Mega. Ah, dear, I'm so sorry, Rodney. I was woefully unprepared there. Now, depending on the time, I might not even get to show off what I was going to do anyway. And Rodney is understandably pissed. The autopilots and sirloin. Right, okay. Just trying to think. First things first, get some sirloin. Then we head to the item shop. Dun, 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 dun. And that just reiterates the point that I was going to make, well, I was trying to make earlier. You can feel more confident taking on the bigger enemies, but they still do a shitload of damage. And here is Patamon. What are you gonna do? I'm gonna buy some stuff. I'm gonna buy 30 of them. Maybe... Oh, I'm still good on the MP. I don't know if I'll buy a couple double flops for emergencies. We can finally buy restores, which I will take a couple of. Especially because we don't want Rodney here to lose another life, because then he will die. As we all know, people die when they are killed. And then there's nothing else there. I'll buy a couple of meat just to save that I bought a couple of meat. Now I would like to go... I'm trying to think if I've still got the timing still works. I'm so angry that Rodney's angry at me. Oh, I can't believe I lost that. I did that because there's another instance where you have to fight Garurumon, and I wanted to knock the first one out of the way. Bergermon. Now, because we've gone to that screen in Misty Trees, we can fly there, and the price is affected on the distance, so Misty Trees is one of the furthest place to go, so it costs one of the highest amounts. So we're back on Chairmon's screen. I think we can go right and then down to go to where I want to go. I was just checking the stats, see if I'd fully recovered after eating shit. Natsukaiomon looks a bit small. Yeah, see what I mean about them being... Be quiet. I'll show you quiet. They seem static, but as soon as you get close to Papa, I like those living statues. People who dress up and paint themselves to look like people for whatever reason, I don't know. Performance or that sort of stuff. That just confuses me sometimes. Okay. Spinning. I mean, that's what it's called. I think it's called spinning shot. Okay, I'll just take another one. Go on defense. Go on. I thought that was going to give me the H there. I think that might have been Buster Dive, but I didn't think Tsukaimon could learn it. Let's see if we didn't learn Spinning Shot. The reason I was going on the defensive is because I wanted to save MP. Meat dropped, nothing else. Cutting it a bit close for time. And by that I mean this Digimon can only be seen in the morning, which, if anyone can remember Uramon's little tip, is what he was on about. This is the Digimon we're going for, and it will provide absolutely nothing to the city other than its a recruitment. Go down here. I think I just saw that item as I was going off screen. I don't know if it was just an item or not. So if we go into this screen here, you can see a couple sculptures, and what do you know? That's a Cockatorymon. Hey you, Pikachu. No, wrong game. So yeah, Cockatorymon here only appears in the early mornings. And it has access to Warcry, of course. And that is Megalospark, and that fucking hurt. Bloody hell. Yeah, so Megalospark is one of the strongest air-type moves that you can use. Bloody hell. And it's not just that it's powerful, it's relatively fast comparatively to its strength. Bloody hell. It ain't no joke. I think Ho-Ho, like, you can see me like struggling to correct myself from Phoenixmon to Ho-Ho-Mon, because I want to stick to like what it's actually called, I suppose. And the more it uses it, I guess the bigger chance I have to learn it, but at the same time, the more chance I have of eating shit. Crimson Flare! It's so cool! Bloody hell. But yeah, this is going a lot better than Guramon's fight. Jesus, 1,000? Defensive. Guess he's going to attack. Didn't save me there, but... I think the reason he's using Dynamite Kick so much is that he might have run out of MP for Megalospark, as it does take quite a lot. Now, I think we guaranteed a chip here. Defense chip. Nicholas Wagner. Oh my. That was something else, alright. It's just... This translation is like watching two robots talk to each other, which kind of have a loose grasp of the English language. Yeah, and on top of that, it's well not bug, I'm just about to say. So, yeah, Kokatorimon will join the city. I wonder. Oh, I wonder. Right. Let's give you some MP recoveries. Remember going in for revenge. Dude, come on. Don't be a plonker all your life, Rodney. Another one. And we'll look at the stat screen. 500 off there, 500 off there. Okay. The one thing I'm worried about is health, but we have restores this time. We've got double flops, we've got medium flops, or recoveries rather. Yeah, still laugh at the floppies. Yeah, I thought there was like a happy mushroom or something here, but I don't know. I'll have to check in post. Oy, oy, oy. Hello. It's a Digipine. It's a rare item. A Digipine boosts training for a while. I'll have to double check the exact what's the word I'm looking for? The exact effect, because as we've previously established, there's the descriptions on some of these things are not exactly stellar. Garurumon. Oh. Bring it on, you big fluffy Frenchman. You had a perfect chance there. No auto attack. Now we'll stick with defensive. Or, you know, we'll just attack again. Attack! Well, he's hardening. Use harden. I do like a good interrupt. This is going a lot smoother than last time. What happened to this? Wee. Another interrupt, which could have helped last time. Medium recovery. Gun a defense. Which is... Ah, Christ. You ever plan anything out and it just goes tits up? Yep. That's called Sod's Law. Oh, this is perfect. Crimson Pair. Serves you right, you big fluffy bastard. HP chip dropped. let my guard down, but 2-on-1 isn't fair. Don't be a sore loser. I never lose to anyone when it's a fair fight. Let's fight 1-on-1. Come back tomorrow at 4 o'clock. Only Digimon will fight. See you tomorrow. So, this brings up an interesting mechanic here. You don't recruit Gabumon in the first battle. You have to go back one day later at least. Come on, man. Scold. And if you go back at the correct time, you that's it. No, wait. Describe the more important part next. The next time you fight Gabumon, you will only have the auto command, so you can. It's basically your Digimon against, as he said, it's 2-on-1. Isn't fair. Yomon's got a new tip for us about a beach cave. So you've got to have a fairly strong Digimon in order to beat him the second time. However, there is one mechanic which makes things easier. If you do make it back in time for what he said, which was 4 o'clock, he's going to have half health. If you wait any longer for that, then he fully recovers. So, yep, being prompt, the early bird gets the worms, as Cockatalimon says, or the early bird gets the bug. Is what he said. Yeah, there you go. Let's see. So next, I'm gonna go and upgrade here. I'm gonna train the brains once more. Take me to the poo-poo. Poopy-doopy-doo-poo. I'm just trying to plan in my head the timing for maybe getting 2 recruits off this as opposed to just the Garullamon. I think it could work. I could make up for the previous attempt of doing that recruit going wrong. Yeah, you'll see what I mean in a couple minutes, perhaps. Doesn't want food yet, okay. But now he does. I'm gonna take him for a nice meal, reduces tiredness. Pardon me. I don't suppose downing a whole bottle of Coke helps much. Before we go to the restaurant, however, I'm going to go into the item bank. Yes, I have some business. I need you to give me 2 happy mushrooms. You'll see what I'm gonna do later. Or some of you may have cocked on already. But first, to the restaurant. Marmon, I'm gonna have a hot pot. Very nice. And then we'll do a little bit more training. And then we will Do a little bit of exploring, perhaps. I would love to be Betamon right now, just chilling in a water fountain. Ooh. It's been ages since I've been for a swim, actually, come to think of it. I suppose living through a pandemic does kind of put a damper on those sort of plans, but aye. To be fair, I can't think of the last time I've had a bath, because I've only had access to showers. Enable Digimon listens to command, which is the one I was thinking of previously. Let's see. Defense could go going up a bit. Actually, I think I do need defense to be higher for another recruit. So we'll get some defense ups here. We can maybe get one more here before moving into position. You know it's time for poo-poos. Going to use the bird of transport once again. And this time we will be going to... I'm trying to remember where it puts me out actually. We'll go to Misty Trees. Because if I get into a decent enough position, I can also... I suppose I can... no, bugger, no. I know I wanted to waste time, but not like this. No, one needs hungry, so I've got to feed him. I'm actually considering giving Ronnie that defense chip. Especially given that we've got a hell of a fight coming up. Dude, it's good for you. It's like vitamins. Nom nom nom. Please, train on me. And again, maybe? No, I suck. Please, could you train on me? Yes. Now you're sleepy. Just have a chill flight before you go to bed, eh? Sleep and slave, of course. Go on to the next screen. I've cocked up again. I thought this was the stage screen which led to... Don't you fucking... Good intercept, Rodney, good intercept. I thought this, the previous screen was the one that led to Friesland, not this one. I know this might be a bit early for Garulamon, yes. But it's not what I came here to do. We might be resetting in a second, depending on the outcome here. We're gonna try and make Rodney sick. Rodney's sick. Now I need to try and remember where these points are to trigger this event. I think there was one here. Hopefully I don't get into a battle with these ice Digimon. I'm going to the spot that I know. Now, I've not tried this with an ultimate before. It's usually in training or babies. Oh, don't tell me it doesn't work with Phoenixmon either. Really? Have I cocked up this recruitment twice? Walking around the Christmas tree, happy holiday. Everyone singing melody in the new day. Everybody, let's be jolly. Let's be jolly. Let's be fucking jolly. Honest to God. Does this not work with Phoenixmon? Have I missed a step? I swear I've done the recruitment correctly. We might be looking at a reset here, boys and girls. Oi, 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 oi. I could have sworn this was a secondary point for it as well. I am gonna have to double check on this. And now you're hungry as well. I could have sworn I've done all this correctly. I'm now Googling. I've never had this much difficulty with it. Pardon me. I'm guessing it might not work with ultimate levels. Which will mean I've just wasted 2,500 odd credits, but I'm gonna double check that I've done the other steps that I know I needed to do correctly first. Well, we're going to go back on that screen anyway, so we'll go down first. I know you have to use the bulletin, which I swear that I have done. Gear Savannah. Cold weather. Yep. Going on up. Going on up. Next we'll, while we're here, we'll pick up some sirloin. Dun 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 dun. Virgin Transport. This time we're gonna go directly to Friesland. Oh, if this puts me on the screen, I think it puts me on. I need to be holding left to avoid an encounter. Yup. Now, I'm going to use a happy mushroom. This is gonna be shit if it doesn't get sick a second time. On you sick. I'm starting to think this might not work with Digimon that are weak to fire that are at the maximum level. I'm also gonna bring up a YouTube video just to make sure I'm in the right spot. Next one. Oh, mute the volume. That's not the place that I was familiar with. Sorry for the lack of talking. That's a... The poop should mark my spot. I guess maybe I have to wait a while? Perhaps waiting will do it. If not, I'm gonna blame it on the fact that it's an ultimate level. Or perfect level if we're going by Japanese terms. In the meantime, we'll listen to the rhythmic sounds of the Digimon step. It's kind of like river dancing, except the ocean's over there and... I don't know where I was going with that comparison. Just ignore me. Especially given that I seem to not be able to do the basic recruitments. Might as well try and get some items while we're here. Oi, oi, oi. Digimushroom. Wait. My boy's hungry. Let's give him some sirloin. He's still poorly, that's good. Oi, oi, oi. I swear I'm gonna get this to work. Boom, 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 boom. Pardon me, again. I don't know what it is, but like, as soon as I'm recording. Hello? That is an ice mushroom. Now that increases my discipline. It's good to have. I'm gonna waddle around a few more steps and then I'm probably gonna have to reset, which will completely nullify me getting the ice mushroom because I won't have picked it up. Blah, blah, blah. Now it needs a poo. Come on, Rodney. Don't be a plonker. Do. Now I know where the ice mushroom spawns, so I'll check now. Let's do this. It's not working, fellas. It's not working. Well, we're gonna have to chalk this up to another round of assuming making an ass out of me. Not just you, but mainly me. Should be a point here where it works, but it's not working now either. Open up, you big snowy fuck. And that's the point we reset. Big ice cream making bastard. Hey. Honestly starting to think that Digimon is discriminating against me and my Digimon. I'm sure if it was another Digimon that you'd come and help. Well, I mean, I shouldn't be really complaining too much on account of. I mean, it took me 2 attempts to get Phoenixmon. I was expecting a lot more. Now, if I recall, we're gonna avoid doing the Fujimon thing. We just need to figure out what time it is on the Digimon scale. I believe it's a 12-hour clock from what I recall. Instead of the 24, so it should just be basically the same. So that would be 2. No, I'm so bad at this. I'm talking about the past. So that would make it 3. It's so cool when he flies around like that. I mean, I've already saved, so I was gonna say, what was I gonna do? I was gonna feed him the HP chip just to be a little extra safe, but I was like, I think I didn't prep for you. You think I didn't see that coming? Just double check that Garudamon's not here. Let's see if I haven't cocked this up. Yeah, still good here. The homing missile. What, motherfucker? You don't want what I've got. Just waiting. Hopefully that's 4. And I will know immediately by if there's any enemies on the screen. Garudamon is not there. Fuck. Yeah, this is Fugamon, which is a alternate version of Ogamon. And it must be a high level because we get this boss music instead. And once again, I've cocked up again, owing to the fact that I actually do have the correct amount of brains to select the attacks now, but I forgot to actually give them Rodney the extra attacks. But luckily Wincutter seems to be doing well. Have a bit of that. I'm also going to have to remember to heal beforehand because I don't think you can actually heal during the fight with Garurumon. Yatta! Away he goes. Now you need a poo-poo. Porta potty. Hola. Hola, 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 hola. Busta. MP floppy. Followed by another MP floppy. Followed by a recovery. Do not push me. Oh nay, you plonker. You don't want to be late for this either. If that's not 4, then I don't know what is. I'm getting sick of your sass, boy. I need to do another MP as well. At least we're getting his discipline gauge up a little bit. And I don't know if it was shown well there, but when you scold them correctly, you don't decrease your happiness, I think. At least that's what it seems like to me. We're not late because Agumon is still there, so hopefully it'll be the next tick. This time I'm not going to make the mistake of moving, but knowing my luck, he'll just start moving on his own. Oi, 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 oi. Some good water. It looked like for a second I was digivolving myself into some new creature, the way that Horomon's behind me. Looked like we biomerged into Oromanmon. And Agumon's still there. In the meantime, I'm just going to refresh my memory of what Fuga means. Because I know Fugo is the Japanese blowfish, but I don't think that's what it's going to be referencing here. Ahi, Fu, can't go. Let's see which one makes more sense to be using here. Irrational, illogical, unreasonable, absurd, possibly. Unsigned, let's go. But then again, that's Fugo Uri, not just Fugo. Silence. Implement for carrying heavy loads. Household of which half of the taxes were given to a designated person. Through the Vitsulio system, a vassal household allotment to a courtier. I don't think that's what it's referencing either. I need to figure out how to use this bloody clock like. Bum bum bum. Was it Fuga or Fuga? Because if it's... I might have just completely done the wrong thing. Try Fuga. Fugainai means good for nothing or spineless. Fugaku means unlearned or uneducated. Those could probably fit better. Fugashi means candy made from wheat gluten. Fugai means non-violence, which I don't think that's going to be the right one as well. Okay. We're going through again. Bloody hell. Might as well start looking for items and shit. At least we can move around in this area. Pardon me. Dum 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 dum. I'm only doing this purely to see if I can get another ice mushroom because I'm salty that I lost out on the other one. And I suppose we've got another chance if we go right here before we go up again. Dum 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 dum. Sugar spice iced tea. Sugar honey iced tea even. I can't even do the shitty chokes. Take that. A little bit of this. And a little bit of that. Fucking Guru one's taking his time. I don't know if it's possibly a reference to Musashi and Kojiro. With the dueling and being arriving at a certain time, maybe, I don't know. Although in that story, I believe Musashi was deliberately late the first few times they arranged a duel in order to frustrate Kojiro. And then he was deliberately early on the third time and beat the shit out of him. Going off your trot, you inconvenient bastard. Now it's halfway. I don't know if that means it's 8 hours or not, or it's 4, or if it's... I don't know, man. I need to learn these things better. I've been going off of memory for the most part, and I don't know if I'm misremembering or possibly what am I trying to say here? If I am misremembering or the way I remembered it, or maybe it was only applicant to those situations I was in previously, and I've changed the condition slightly, which means it's not working. But yeah, something's gone awry here. Yeah, so it means I'm probably gonna do some revision. Change what I know. Unless you said like there's a different day, maybe like. Okay, let's try this again. I have done something wrong here, or something. I'm now gonna Google the recruitment requirements for Digimon World. Guru. How do I spell Gurumon? Let's get a short video. He did say see you tomorrow, didn't he? I'm starting to think that 4 o'clock meant the red as it's going into sunset. So, how's everyone else doing? I mean, now we have. This is gonna not waste time given that it's in a menu, but we might as well put in regular spark. See how that does. We'll also do a little bit of HP management. My dude, you've been awfully stubborn. MP floppy. I don't know if it's just Vonnie in particular, but I have seen in the past, like, there's quite a few situations where the Digimon are quite hesitant to take healing items when they're outside of battle. I mean, they've not got much of a choice when they're in battle, but there's just something about taking them in the overworld where they're a bit hesitant. I don't know if it's maybe a mechanic, perhaps, for getting into a situation where you can correctly scold them. Who knows? I've basically wasted the whole day where I could have been doing something else, like doing other recruitments, learning other Digimons, learning moves. But that's how it goes. What do you need? Oh, sorry, I was just checking, double checking my working, which hasn't been my quote unquote working, which has not been working. You don't need anything else, do you, bro? No, we're good. Okay, back out to the main menu. Let's try one more time, see if Gurumon's not there a bit early. He's not there at the next tick when it goes over to... Hello? How you doing? Tonight we'll fight fair. Normally you'll say, you just watch. This time I'll just watch and see. Oh yeah? Well, I'm gonna do it. So you've got the menu at the top there, but I'm pressing left and right there, if it's happening. And also I'm pressing the circle button to bring up the menu, and it's not working either, so... There's Mango Spark doing its thing. Hopefully Vonnie's going to be able to... Well, he's definitely got this one in the bag. Hopefully if he uses Mega Spark again... No, never mind. If he does lose this, it's going to be kind of a bugger because he's going to die. But no, we got lucky with the paralysis there, and Kavulamon goes down. So yeah, you notice that he had half health there. Yata, and also, because we've fought him twice, we get 2 guaranteed HP chips as opposed to just the 1, which is very nice. try so hard to convince him. Just the translations. I'll help you, but I'll have to see the city first. I say, that's fair enough. Digimon joins the city, we get a HP chip, and now what I'm gonna do is... What's gonna be the best choice of action? I'm going to autopilot. It's gonna be a bit of a longer stream today, I think, because to make up for not doing it the other day, why not? I suppose one of the reasons I was doing this in the first place was to get experience, and wait, I need to get the sirloin again. I forget what save some. With all the resets, I've forgotten where I am. Let's see. To experiment with how long I can go with talking and playing and whatnot and whatever it is. We'll go to the left, then we'll go right down, then we'll go down again, then we'll go to the down again, then we'll go down again, then we'll go left. If I recall. And we'll see if we can't get another recruit before I end this off. Maybe even... Jesus, that was far too close. Maybe even 2. Native forest. One is not tired yet, seemingly, which is good. Native forest. Now deluxe. Avoid the Madoki. Going down again. No blue apple spawn. Avoid the goblin more. You bastard! Absolutely taking the piss. I'm gonna have to immediately dart off screen as well, just so the other one doesn't come back. I'm using Megalo Spark because I want this guy to get absolutely destroyed for challenging me. I want the other Goblinmon to see that and just run away in fear. Now we're going to a screen that I don't think I've been to on this playthrough, which is Dragon Eye Lake. But first, no, not feed. First, food. Yeah, if you go to an area where you can fish, you get a different menu where fishing option pops up. Goes to the top of the screen. And of course you're bloody tired. But first, I'm going to do a little bit of scouting, and the man is there, the man's in the house. I just need to remember whereabouts I put the meat in order to get my friend's attention here. I think so long as you're fishing, I don't know if time advances unless you like come out of the minigame screen maybe. I want to say this is a good spot. Nothing there. I might reposition if this doesn't work on the next spot. We're going for that big ass fish. I don't know if I've talked about the fishing mechanics before, but you'll see that occasionally you're going to see fish go past. So you'll get either an X or a love heart, and that indicates whether the fish in that area like the bait you're using. So you can use any food item, but certain fish will only like certain items, such as some will only eat mushrooms, some will only eat meat, some will only eat other fish, depending on their size. So it's good that I'm using meat because the other fish aren't taking the bait here. But something is apparently not working. I'm going to wait one more pass. And yes, this is in fact exciting, just as exciting as meal fishing. I should probably mention the first time I started doing these sort of mini games was bastard. The first time I started doing these mini games, I thought you're supposed to like hold and release X basically when you've got something on the line in order to reel it in. I mean, you get like a tension gauge which you have to manage. I thought you had to rapidly press X, so I nearly destroyed a few controllers just by trying to mash, which is not what you're supposed to do. You just have to hold X and release it as appropriate. So there's another mechanic which briefly came up there. I reeled in a bit too fast there. You've got to kind of judge whether or not the bait is taken or if it's just been nibbled at. If you go too early, then obviously the fish will run away. If you go too late, it'll take the bait and you have to reel it in and start again. There's a I think I know the time for most of the fish, but not for this guy. I don't know if it's like maybe a sound cue I can use or something. There is also another mechanic depending on where you cast, and so if it's in this area, or if you're in a specific part of this area or the other fishing area, where if you get your bait stolen and you reel in your line to reapply your meat or your mushroom or whatever, you can actually reel in some items. I forget which items you can reel in. I don't know if someone will like recover items, and I think there's also a way to get a Digivolution item this way as well. But you have to be extremely lucky. It's one of those, again, typical of JRPGs, like very low chance. But it's a mechanic now, so the more you know. Anyone has any beers they want to have while we're fishing? Maybe play some Sweet Home Alabama and Skinner or some. I don't know. I forget what the fishing stereotypes are. No bite that time. Speaking of fishing games, has anyone ever played Sega Bass Fishing? It's been a very long time since I have. I've only played it once, but this game makes Sega Bass Fishing look like the most exciting shit in the world. Too fast again? Come on, boy. No, not on this pass. See, I bet the next time I leave it too late and it just completely just fucks me and I have to reapply my bait. Nope. Come on, you know you want it. You know you want it. Come on now. Nope. I'll give this game credit. It really brings out the true spirit of fishing. Like you really do feel like you're fishing when you're playing this. Ah, I don't miss it. I've been fishing once or twice. Um, I mean, it can be fairly exciting when you actually catch something, but then um, doesn't make up for the rest of the time you're doing it. And then there's also the fact that it's a bit cruel, especially if you're doing catch and release or whatnot. It's just literally hooking something through the fucking mouth. Bloody hell. That ain't cool, man. Nothing on that one. I suppose the fact that we're in a digital world as well. Maybe I should put catfish on here just to say that I'm catfishing something. For the lols. Next time it comes, I'm just going to say it like I'm a 16-year-old girl. No, it didn't take a bit that time. Okay. Wait for the next pass. I'm a Nigerian prince and I need help unlocking my account. No. Dame dame, dame yo, dame nano yo. Antaga, sugide, sugite. This way it gets the bait as well has been different every time. I just don't know when to use it and pull it in. Like it was having a spaz there when it didn't before. I'm gonna try and do an audio cue next time maybe and see if there's any different sounds. Dame dane, dame yo, dame nano yo. Antaga, sugide, sugite. どれだけ強いお酒でも歪まない思い出がバカみたい don't see a lot of Bakamitai nowadays. I mean, you still see it occasionally. I still go back and watch the memes and stuff, but there's no like new versions of it. Didn't get the audio cue, but I got the rest of it. Now, here comes the difficult part, unfortunately. Let's shoot, mate. Come on now. I'm gonna play this awfully slow. You can kind of like YOLO fish it in by just holding it X and hopefully the line doesn't break. But I'm not speedrunning and it took me long enough to get the bait to work, so yeah, that tension gauge, if it goes into the red and it goes over the bar, the line will snap and you've lost your bait and you have to try again. If it goes below the white, then it just wiggles free. I'm barely pressing X at the moment, it's waiting until it goes down into the white. I'm trying to keep it in the middle. That's my safe area basically. I'm not too fussed about where it is on the map, I'm just trying to keep it from running away. It'll take longer than I'd like, but it should work, hopefully. Easy, easy. Come on now. See, that's why I'm trying to be... I'm not going too far into the yellow, I'm trying to keep it in the middle, because sometimes it'll just completely do a U-turn and like immediately shoot into the orange and the red, which is not ideal. I want it to be as far away from the red as humanly possible. Is it? I don't know what I'd rather be doing here. A Sonic Adventure fishing game or this? Actually, scrap that. I know what it'll be. After having seen that Sonic game, I'd rather be doing this mini game than the other one. Fuck that frog. Come on now. We're getting somewhere. And that's a hell of a catch. This is Digimon. It's the Lake Guardian. Yes, I'm Digimon. Any requests? He's supposed to be like a genie, not a fucking night lounge singer. Yes, I have a request. You can say, let's be friends, teach me a technique, and I want an item. If you choose I want an item, he'll give you a water bottle, which will turn a rookie into a Digimon. If you say teach me a technique, he'll teach you a water-based technique, providing your Digimon can learn that technique. So only certain Digimon can learn certain water techniques, and only if like it's not one you already learn. The one we want to choose is let's be friends. And he's going to give us a blue flute, so we don't have to use that fucking mini game ever again to catch him, I don't think, unless you want to maybe try and learn a technique, I think, or get a water bottle. But the reason we called him here is that we actually want to get to the other side of Dragon Eye Lake. Hop on my back, and away we go. We could have flown over on Hoemon. Nah, that's, that wasn't an option apparently. So this is Beetle Land. And this can be some difficult battles here, given that the moves that some of the Digimon here use are absolutely deadly. Arguably, they use one of the most powerful moves in the game, which is good if you have a bug type Digimon and you want to learn that move. As it stands, we can't learn that move, so we're going to just press on without it. Land, if we talk to Tentamon over here, we're between tournaments. I don't have anything to do. This is the Beetle tournament. You can only enter with insect type Digimon. It's a special tournament where you can get special prizes depending on how far you get, although it's a very tough tournament to win. I talk to this Kuwagamon. He is helps rest. This is an insect type gym basically, so mostly if you do any training here, it's a lot better than doing it in the green gym. And this Kuwagamon is going to tell us about the Funamon trick about falling asleep in its bed. This guy talks about wanting to beat Kabuterimon. If you say actually, there's a surefire way. Really, I'll come. I mean, again, the translations are a bit nice, but yeah, select that one, and Kuwagamon will go and join the city. And he upgrades the green gym there. Oh wait, but that's not all. If we go over to this side, go into this hollowed out tree, we'll find a Kabuterimon gym. on days with 2 2s. So basically it's on the 22nd only. We're gonna get great stuff, but only Insectoid. There's Kabuterimon, Karagmon, Kunamon, and the other insect. That's Hercules Kabuterimon. He's super strong. Contest when they can become Hercules Kabuterimon and get items. So yeah, that's how you get a surefire way to become a Hercules Kabuterimon. We've passed the date, and we also never had an insect type Digimon, no matter how hard I tried. I'm tired of training here. What should I do? Where do you train? Is that a training ground? It would appear that I need to recruit Greymon perhaps in order to get him. You lack defensive power, train more. So that Kabuterimon will teach you the move Bug, I believe. But only if you have certain stat requirements met, and he said my defense is a bit low. I also don't know if it will maybe work for having Ho-Omon here. This is one of those things where it's, do you teach the Digimon, or do you teach the trainer the move? And then, because as we've previously seen, having learned moves with Wally, we can now learn them with Rodney here, despite the fact that Rodney's not seen those moves or learned them himself. But now we're here, we might as well do some defense training. And now it's daytime and we've got this awesome music. Here's a hawk radish. That's you full already? Bloody hell. Let's do some more training. Just hit with a giant rubber mallet. I believe the defense stat we want is 400 or above. And also, I don't know if there's actually a toilet on this island or not, so you might want to bring some porta potties. Either that or I want to research where in fact the toilet is on this island. There's the blue flute in our inventory, and unfortunately it's not a key item, so that can get robbed off you if you're not careful and lose a battle. I don't know if you can get it back unless you fish up Digimon again, maybe? It's not a situation I've been in. Yeah, so just be careful with that. Now we've got 400, let's go and talk to that Kabuterimon again and see if we've met the parameters or not. Beetleland. Beetleborgs. Of course. You lack defensive power. Is it 500? Well, what I'm gonna do here, if that's the case, is autopilot. Then what we'll do is save, fight Greymon, beat Greymon, back to Beetle Island, see if we can't get the Kabuterimon, if that's the requirements or not. Again, I could swear I've been remembering this correctly, but it's just not working out. Might as well check in on Digimon while we're up this side of the map. He's back. We got an old cloth. Now what does that do? We do. It's not the best, but you know, it's not the worst. That allows us to Digimorph to Bakemon, which actually could be very useful for when Rodney eventually passes away, because it's an area which Rodney can't get into at the moment. But Bakemon can. There are other Digimons in this situation. We're gonna go down now. We're gonna go to the restaurant. Then we'll go save. Then we'll go down. And that's another thing like I'd like to see in the remaster. Just like keep it the same, like low processing power and whatnot. Just but instantaneous like screens. Just, I mean, they're fairly fast transitions, but yeah. Here's Garurumon. He's decided to give cooking a shot. What are we going to eat? So for 5,000 bits, we can buy a Phantom Steak. We can get a DX Steak, whatever the fuck that is, for 2,500. Christ, 2,500. I guess they're saving text on that, if anything. And then a T-bone steak is for 1,000. HP and brains go up. And the full, excellent. Wee wee. Okay, going back on up. As I've mentioned, we're gonna go in here, gonna save, and we'll try and get Kabuterimon, as well as Greymon. Might as well keep the memory of Cocoterimon alive. Let's see what our prosperity level is at. 40, my goodness, it's developing well. Here comes Greymon. Oh no, it's coming right for us. I can't believe I didn't pick him up under here. We can only shoot these animals in self-defense. That's why we have to shout out, "Look out, they're coming right for us!" They're coming right for us. I love South Park. Oh yes, now that's a good start. Just absolutely royal on the fucker. Hit him again. Get him again. In defense. And again. This is revenge. This is the power of full powered. Well, it's not even full powered Mon. This is just Rodney being a boise boy. Booyah. Didn't even get to finish. Oof. Greymon will drop an offense chip and 2,900 bits. So Greymon says he's going to stay in trainers. I'm going to pick up this offense chip first, then we're going to go to the item store, then we're going to go and see what Greymon has done down in the other section. Let's see if we have any defense chips at hand. No, it's in this side. I'm going to take 2 of them. Thank you very much. Now, if we go down here, go past the restaurant and past the notice board. Talk to Shalman. You're reading my paper. Well, not right now, I'm not. It's got a new building here. This is the arena. And here's Greymon. So, Greymon sets up a tournament area. You can enter. I might as well. I'm not enter, but I'll show you the classes and stuff. Let's see. If you press start, you can get the listings. You've got different grades. Be careful when you do enter these because it basically takes up the full day. So if you want to do anything else, maybe do that instead. And then you have to enter by a certain time. So I think, let's see. What am I trying to say here? I don't think, I think we're past the time of entry. You can pre-book for the next day, but you have to be by what would be 6 o'clock on a normal clock. You have to be at the arena by then. If you're too early, Greymon will be like, whoa, you're a bit early. And then you have to wait until that point comes. So there's lots of different tournaments. Each tournament will have different challenges, different levels of Digimon, and they'll also have different prizes depending on what place you come. Most of which I think you can find online, and it's consistent information like some of the other stuff that I've been talking about so far. Go down here, this is where Penguinmon has opened up his arena. Inside an arena. Hey bro, I made a skating rink here. That's the only time that phrase has ever been used. But this time, you will actually need to give him a fish. I don't have any fish on me, so I won't be challenging him. Again, you can get prizes for beating Penguinmon, a list of which can be found online. If you get a perfect score against him, I think you can unlock some other stuff, although I can't remember it off the top of my head. And it's bloody impossible to do most of the time without maybe some RNG, good old RNG in it. Oh, I love it. But now we're going to go to save here. Save. Phoenix Mon. Then we're going to go to Caputarimon. It's the first time I've actually been to Beetle Island without having Greymon already unlocked, so I'm assuming this might be why you wouldn't make it there. And because we've been to Beetleman, fortunately, we don't have to go all the way down and use Seedramon again. We can just talk to Birdramon here. And he'll put us all the way down at the bottom, so we have to get past the Tentamon again. I believe on the left here you can find something called a, it's like a golden apricot or something? Or a golden acorn maybe, and it's just a high selling item value. Which is, it's like a 1% drop or something ridiculous. So maybe not worth farming for that, because you can just do the glitch method with the Gear Savannah or just do the Emojimon swapping. But now that we're here, I need to sort these items out. First of all, I think we'll talk to Kabuterimon. You see, it's an arena, and Kabuterimon will go there. So now we have 2 Digimon who have improved our gym. The reason I saved beforehand is because I'm not sure whether or not this defense requirement is what I'm thinking of. If it is the case of I can actually learn the move, that's all fine and dandy. If not, I'll probably just call it there, reset, and then I'll leave the Kabuterimon off screen. Let's have a look. You lack speed. Of course I lack speed. Back to the internet we go. Fucking hell. Learn bug Digimon World. Defense, speed and brains at least 500 on this post, it says. Trying to think of, I don't think I have any speed chips, do I? Jesus Christ. Just Control F to search for all this crap. Bug. 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 500 in both defense and speed even if your Digimon cannot currently master it. Let's see what I'll do here. Well, age 11 as well. What I'm gonna do is I'll first check my items. Actually, no. What? I'll get to 400 speed while I'm here. Travel back to town. Double check if I've got any speed chips. Travel back. Learn bug. And then we'll call it there, I suppose. We could also check in on the Kabuterimon and Kuragumon who have come to the city. I just want to show this off. We've got a treadmill here. A treadmill for something that's flying. Let's see how this works. Yep, that's about as what I'd imagine. And now I'm going to risk the autopilot. Hopefully it's not going to poop on arrival back in File City. That would be sad. We made it, okay. It's still so funny. I have the mind of a child though, god damn it. Item keeper. Hello, item keep. No request. I only have the one quick chip unfortunately, so I'm gonna have to make up the training elsewhere. I also don't know what level of time this one is at the moment. I also forgot to put in everything else. Let's see. We're going back in the item shop. That's good. Dum 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 dum. Yes, I have missed this with us. Yes, I feel a sneeze coming. And I'm saying that because I want to try and jinx it and not come out. Okay, we're good. Okay, I think that worked, hopefully, maybe. Yeah, it's the reason I'm doing this is because it's a good way to show off a mechanic, I suppose, and the fact that it's arguably one of the best moves in the game certainly doesn't hinder the fact I want to learn it. So Kabuterimon says he's modified some of the equipment, and if we... where's Kuwagamon? There he is. I've never tried going off there in a while because I know you can't, but yeah. A quick run. And he's sleepy and he's also hungry. We might as well go and give him a restaurant meal. What I wouldn't give for going out to a restaurant and then having a sleep afterwards. Sadly, I just don't feel like it's worth it at the moment, especially with certain cases of certain viruses on the rise again. It's Meramon in this time. And let's see, you're full? Yes, you are. And we're gonna go sleepy by time. Before we make a clear mistake. Although it particularly matters at this point, I don't think. Although I think if you get to a certain point, you might poop yourself to death or something like that. But in a sense of, it is not going to affect the Digivolution because you can't Digivolve further from this level. And we'll go up, we'll get Sirloin, we'll go to the gym, we'll go to the Bird of Transport, we'll get to the move, and hopefully everything will be Genki Dory. As in Honky Dory, but Genki is, I don't know, I shouldn't be making these words up. My Japanglish is not strong. I've tried to utilize the word, the Japanglish Deki doable, but apparently it's not caught on. I just realised that because the speed thing is in the same tree as the Kuwagamon that has access to the rest ability, I might as well do the training there. Take me to Beetleland. Take you to Beetleland? You mean Liverpool? No, I don't mean Liverpool. What's wrong with Liverpool, eh? Calm down, calm down. Do-do-do. Up we go into the tree. Actually, if I go past here, is Tentamon gonna tell me off? Yeah. There's no tournament today. Let's just have a quick rest because I didn't get much, even though I went to a restaurant, which is one of the reasons I went there. Just wait for the clock to tick over, make sure Ronnie doesn't poop himself. Almost there. Super carrot. He's really not fussed about what he eats. Go Ronnie. Oh, so close. Pour the party, please. Look at that discipline going all the way down. And the happiness is looking fantastic as well. That's 500. I've never seen my offense lower than everything else before. Oh, I mean, obviously other than the HP and the MP. I might want to do something about that, but I don't know, maybe not. So let's see if we can't learn bug and then maybe call it at that if we can or cannot, depending on the outcome. Teach me, Sensei. Teach me. You mastered a technique. You have mastered the bug. If we go into Digimon and go to the text screen, we have mastered bug. It has 500 power, takes up 354 MP, has a long range, and can liquefy. I think it's the one where you turn into a flat thing, like the 2D JPEG type thing when you. Yeah, it's a very fast startup, so even if it gets interrupted, you usually end up hitting with it anyway. So that would be very good to have. So that's how we get that, and it's only let's see. I already had a high brain, so I don't know if that was encountered or not, but the advice that I saw seemed to only indicate that defense and speed needed to be above 500, which I've met those requirements. So, let's see, I'll save off camera and let's see, we'll go to the outro slide. A bit longer than normal. I don't know if that works in my favour or not. I managed to somewhat talk for most of it, with a little few hiccups here and there on account of multitasking and Googling. Thanks for anyone who managed to come back and watch it live, or I still extend the thanks to anyone who watches it after the fact. Next time we should be getting... Let's see what to do next. We're going to be recruiting some new people to the item shop, I believe. We can do that. And maybe we'll train our offense a bit and do some advanced battles, maybe. Maybe we'll even do a tournament. I don't know, we've got time given that we're on Ultimate, and Ultimates last until there. I'm just checking my status screen. Usually lasts until age 18 from what I recall, and we're only age 11. So yeah, that's going to be it for now. Stay well with all this heat that's going on if you're in England, and just look after yourself in general. And I shall see you for the next stream. Okay, goodbye.